Good evening and a very warm welcome to the Grassroots Weekender show. And as you see, I'm not on my own, but I'm going to stay out of the picture if I possibly can. You might see the back of my head once or twice, but I'm going to leave it up to our superstars tonight. We're going to have Connor, Dan and Ben all talking about, well, the tournament. Welcome to the show, lads. Hope you had a great week. Yes?
Yeah.
What have we been up to before we go in? As you can see, these brilliant England things, we've all come together and we've got to support our country, but we'll go into that in a little bit more detail at the moment. So we want to start off. What's your week been like? Connor?
It's been good.
What have you been up to?
Just watching the footy and playing footy basically.
Oh, well, there's two. It can't be better than that. What about school? You didn't mention school at all.
Well, I've had loads of like tests.
Oh, yes, yeah. There's plenty of kids off now, aren't you, self-isolating?
And then I had sports day today.
And how did that go?
4-1. Yeah. So.
Happy days. So we're all super fit?
Yep.
Brilliant.
I've
Ben?
got mine.
Oh, well, hang on. We'll go to Ben. I think I've seen a little bit of yours as well.
Yeah.
So what was the exciting part of your week?
I was on there's a radio show that I've actually been on before, and I was their first guest on the show, and they go on, I think it's Access Northwest Radio, and it's going to be their last, because Access Northwest Radio is closing down now.
That's a pity.
And the studio is closing down, so they can't carry on the show on the radio, but they're going to carry on Facebook, and because they always do a Facebook Live, and then the next day going on the radio, and I being the first guest on the radio, and then being their last guest on the radio. I was on Wednesday, and it was it was going to be, I think they put it on the radio on the Thursday, and because they usually put it on the day after, because they need to like film it and all that, and then send it to like the producer of the show. And I was talking about all things with my commentary, like what I've been doing. And,
yeah, well, I got on to that. I got on mention as well. Thank you very much.
And and I was talking about like things that I'm going to be like doing with that as well, and then they always do this like thing in it, and they do, it's like a little bit like Would You Rather, but like they say this or that. And there was one question that that was really tricky for me, because they knew I do football commentary, and and then it said the question was Ronaldo or Messi, and I said Ronaldo because of all like he's I think he's like a better player than Messi, and he's more skilled, and he's reached a lot of more landmarks like of his goals and like.
Well, I'd have asked you the question there.
Yeah.
Which one of them has got more money?
Yeah. I'd probably say Messi, but only because Ronaldo does give quite a lot of his money away to charity.
Does, yeah. So that tells me
also why
he's got most money then, doesn't he? If you can give it away. Let's go to Dan. Dan, what was your week like?
Bit of a mix and match, because in school we've been fine. Instead of being restricted to one corridor, we've been able to move around the entire school. So that's been a bit of a confusion in my head.
It is. Is it affecting your schoolwork at all? Does that?
No, but
So,
I've got my sports day next week, which I'm really excited for.
excellent. And what are you going to be taking part in? Egg and spoon race? Come on.
No, I've got quite a few actually. I've got the 50-metre sprint, the 3-legged race, tug of war.
3-legged?
Yeah.
Where are you getting the other leg from?
No, so another member of my form
got
comes
you
with
now.
me,
Got
and
you.
we've got to work together to get to the finish line. The fastest team obviously win. I've also got softball, which is a bit like baseball, volleyball and bench ball to compete in.
What day are you having that on?
It's all in one day on Thursday next
Well,
week.
fingers crossed the weather's going to stay
Hopefully,
okay for you, because
yeah.
we've had a really, really clammy day today,
Spring.
and I think we're going to have some sort of thunderstorm, believe me, because it looked like it was coming in when I was
Hopefully
going
not,
down earlier on. So hopefully not, but it might cool us all down because it's getting too hot and clammy. Now we're going into, obviously the colours are here tonight, aren't we? I forecast last week France, when we had you on the show, or the week before, wasn't it? My forecast is out.
Yeah.
Now, who's still in it?
Me,
Who did you say?
Italy.
Italy?
They are playing later tonight, and I hope they win. So obviously,
Yeah, mine's still in it. I said Italy as well.
There we go, so we got two.
I said Belgium or France.
Ah, it's only me out then. What's going on here? My forecast gone.
One of yours has gone, or
Well,
Well-
one of us are going, one or two of us are going out tonight, obviously.
Obviously,
yeah.
Versus Italy.
one of us is possibly, well, two of us could go out, or like one with. But it will. I do think Italy could will probably win that game because we've seen them in past games of they've just they've in two of their games they've won like 3-0 but like they are a really good team, but last time we saw them being forced to go to extra time, so we could if it goes to that again, but goes or it does, there's no goals in the extra time and it goes to penalties. I'm not sure whether they might be able to get through on them penalties because we'd seen with France they took off a few of their like really good players who probably would have taken a penalty and scored them, like Griezmann and Benzema, but there was, well, Benzema needed to go off because he actually got himself injured just before it, and if that goes to like a penalty shootout, I think they'll actually learn from France not to take off any of their like players who would usually take a penalty and probably end up scoring them.
Okay, well listen, none of us forecast England to win this, did we?
No, definitely not.
Has anyone changed their mind now?
Yeah.
I haven't.
It's been 60 years since we've won the World Cup against Germany. But
Are you going for England to win it now?
No.
No,
got to stick
Connor?
with my gut.
I don't even know, to be honest.
don't you? Do you want, who really do you want to win it? Your forecast?
I would love
Or
for England
I
to win.
want England to win.
You'd,
But
but all-
would
there's
want England to
many
win,
strong
but-
teams.
you still don't think so?
It's too early on. It's
Yeah.
if they win tomorrow, then it will, and then they beat the Ukraine. I do think they will be able to beat the Ukraine because
Easy.
where people you just said easy then. My granddad always says to me when I actually said like a couple of days ago about we've got Ukraine, oh that'll be an easy game, and then but he was like never say it's going to be an easy game because France and Switzerland people would say oh that's going to be an easy game for France. No, it wasn't because they ended up getting beat and they ended up getting going on to
That's
competition.
correct, because it's the same when you're playing football as
I'll
well,
tell you
because
what,
you don't get overconfident.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what though, Kylian Mbappe. It was.
Is he coming to Liverpool? I hope he is, you know. I do.
I don't
I-
want to.
Don't
But,
you?
no,
Oh.
but Everton have just signed Rafa Benitez as the manager, and United have also just signed Jadon Sancho.
So, are we getting left behind here, Liverpool, or have we got some secrets up our sleeves yet?
We've probably got
Maybe.
someone big coming. Well, we haven't got someone. There's been talk about Basuma coming to Liverpool, but that's apparently like they said about 35 million for him. But FSG, who are Liverpool's owners, they've said that they're going to back Klopp if he wants to sign Mbappe. And if he wants to go for like the big money to go sign him, but I think we should like wait maybe another season in case, because I don't think he'll be going this like in the summer. Maybe wait until the January transfer window or like the next summer transfer window.
Well, I think it's all
Because-
waiting, isn't it?
yeah.
Because of the Euros. I think that's when
Yeah,
the transfer window.
Because
Yeah.
Jadon Sancho, he was when United first. There was rumours that United were going for him. Well,
That
it
was last season.
yeah, that was last season, but he was like, apparently he was like, Borussia Dortmund wanted like over 100 million for him, but now the price has gone down, the price went down to like, I think it was around 80 million or
I think we
and
signed him for 76
Yeah.
million.
yeah, but that's, I do think it'll be worth that amount of money, but I think we should wait until, because Mbappe might start to like drop off a bit and we might not see, because we saw him in the Euros, he didn't even score a goal, and you probably think he
He's
would,
fast though, isn't he?
He's
Yeah.
rapid.
but
Yeah,
he
he's
could,
unreal.
the price could go down from like
Maybe
next
that's
season.
why he's
Yeah.
on it, you think?
I've heard a rumour online saying that Mbappe is set to join Liverpool.
Yeah, that was
After
last
the
season as well,
Euros.
wasn't it?
But
They were
Yeah.
talking about
but,
that.
when he said Sancho joined Man United, I don't think Haaland's going to move anywhere now.
No.
Don't you?
Because I don't
Haaland-
think Borussia Dortmund will let Haaland and Sancho go. Two
No.
of the best players.
Exactly.
Unless someone came in for like maybe nearly 200 billion or something, then or like 150 million. then
It's silly
they'd
money
let
now,
him go.
though, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
going
silly
to
money.
that amount of money then.
They shouldn't have
Because
to.
youngsters are just...
Like when, well, where Messi's like free agent now. If I don't, if he goes anywhere, well, it won't. He's free, like to buy, but his wages are just crazy amounts of money.
3.6 million a week,
But the thing is,
apparently.
yeah, and the talk is,
That's
Manchester
a
City
couple
be
of
buying
thousand.
all these players up, but where did he
Yeah.
put them?
Jack Grealish, Harry Kane looking to sign. Well,
I don't think Grealish will go.
No.
He loves Aston Villa too much.
that's his home
yeah.
club as well.
That's just
Yeah.
home.
Jack
It's
Grealish
like
is
Steven
so good.
Gerrard with Liverpool.
Well, the Aston Villa
Yeah.
fans are hoping you're all right, aren't they? Because they're
Yeah.
all worrying about it.
Yeah.
But my honest opinion, I don't think he's a Liverpool player, so I wouldn't want Klopp to go in for the likes of Grealish.
No.
I don't know who.
My granddad always says Grealish, and I'm like, stop saying Grealish. He doesn't fit in here.
He
Yeah.
fits into
doesn't-
England
yeah.
squad perfectly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he
Because
doesn't
again-
fit
But
here.
does he? Because he
Yeah.
hasn't been getting on, has he?
No,
Yeah, no,
but
'cause
the
Southgate
thing
plays
is, every
fit.
time he's came on, we've won the match.
I think that's
He
Gareth
didn't-
Southgate's like...
Yeah, he didn't play
Clark.
against Scotland. What happened to be drawn? We played against Czech Republic. Came on. He was assisting. He was the assist on Sterling.
Who's been outstanding?
And
hasn't
then
he?
exactly yeah. And the
And
other night,
the other night, well, obviously he got the assist on Harry Kane's goal.
Yeah.
Well, I actually injured my foot this week, and I was actually on. Well, I used to be on crutches, but now it's started to get a lot better. So I've so I was, but when the England game was on, I was in crutches. So I had to. I was like, my dad was upstairs, like on a phone call, and I was shouting up to him, England have scored again, like, and then shouting like it's full time. But I'm like, when it's like nearly getting to full time, I'm like, and then they scored the second goal as well. I was jumping up and down on like the crutches, and it was just. But it was a good
No
game.
dents
we
in the
scored,
floor then,
yeah.
no?
Yeah.
No, I hope not.
Definitely not. But we'll go back to England again because obviously they play tomorrow
Yeah.
and
yeah.
we're very, very close. But we were fantastic because we had,
The
45,000 fans all singing their heads off, making sure they got behind.
Now we
But
don't.
there's no.
Now we have
there's
none.
no.
And the Italians
I
aren't going
do
to
think
support
that-
us, are they?
No.
I'm not sure whether have Ukraine got any fans in that game.
No, they're
Yeah,
they're
because
not allowed.
that'd be unfair if they.
The only ones
if
who are
it
going to be
was.
there are the ones who are based there, living there, on holiday there. They're the only fans who are going to be allowed
I'm
in.
not sure whether any Ukraine fans live in like Italy now.
No, I'm
I know
not.
we do have a few who live in Italy, but it could. I'm not sure if it'd be allowed if people who were on holiday there were allowed to like go to the match, because I'm not sure if that's allowed, because if they finish their isolation period, like when they're over in Italy, then maybe they could be able to like get.
Maybe
Through,
maybe
yeah.
the British Army are based somewhere along there as well. They'll all be in there singing their heads off. If you don't know,
Yeah.
I think that's happened once before where the Army,
Yeah.
I think it was Cyprus or something.
Yeah.
was it?
Cyprus it was.
Yeah, and all, they were all there, so we're well done to them all. But what we've got to go now is say, who's the most outstanding player that you've seen up to now in the whole tournament?
Ooh,
Oh,
close one.
Close
I'm
one.
gonna have to go
Think
for an
of
England
someone
player. Jack Grealish.
Right.
He's just been.
I'm trying to think.
I
I've
can't
got
choose
someone.
I can't choose Jack Grealish because he hasn't played enough.
Mhm.
True. He's had one
Oh, what was
starting
that?
game. Pick
Well, I'll
someone
tell you mine. Pickford's been
Pickford's been
outstanding.
I can't remember
I
who
reckon
this
he'll get
player
the
was, but
golden
he plays for the Czech Republic and he scored both the goals
Oh,
against.
Was
God, I
it
forgot what his name is.
Goldberg?
No, it was
Oh, no,
he
I
scored
think it
both
was
the
them.
goals against
That striker,
Scotland. He's that striker, but
Oh, I know who you mean.
whatever, yeah, whatever his name is, I do think he's been the best so far.
But not Sterling,
No,
No,
No.
he's waited for the ball to come to him.
do you reckon? I know we nearly give a chance away, didn't he? That was very close.
Actually,
That would have gone to 1-1.
I think it'd be our decision of who's been the best, like, players so far because they've all been Britain. Most of them have been like brilliant. They may sometimes you see them like of course like they're going to make a few mistakes sometimes, but like they've all done like brilliant in the games, and then I do think but I do think it is I do forget what his name is. I think it's some like foreign.
It's a foreign name, isn't it?
It is a foreign name.
Yeah, I know what you mean. We can all see him, we can all picture him, but we should have done our history, all our homework and looked at this before I probably asked you that question.
I do think the best team in it so far, who I do think has been the best, like out of the ones still in it, I do think the team that have like done, I do think like the best so far is Spain.
Spain,
like,
underdogs definitely.
In 2 of their games, they've scored 5 goals, 5-3 and 5-0, and that's just amazing. And the amount of quality that they have in their team is just like world class.
But if England come across them,
they come across them. I think it's in the final. That's if they get to the.
So
if they get
it'd be a giveaway, wouldn't it,
to
to say, well, hang on, let's control their strikers.
I think it's Czech Republic and Denmark. Either one of them we facing in.
They play tomorrow.
Yeah, they play tomorrow at 5,
and England
play at 8, and we play either one of them if we get through.
I think we can beat both of them.
Yeah.
I tell you what, Mal, I've got a question for you.
The Czech Republic.
Question for me, go on, mate.
Who do you think is going to get the golden boot and the golden glove of the tournament?
What is the goal? Isn't that the most like
golden boot is the most goals and the golden glove is the most clean sheets.
Pickford's looking really good for that, isn't he? And I hope he do, because they were 2 classic saves there. Give him his due.
Pickford hasn't conceded 1 goal.
Nope.
And then he'll go into the Premier League and concede like 600. He'll concede so many.
The thing is with Pickford, he's definitely he's a different player for England. I don't think he tries for Everton.
He has for the last few games.
He has for the last few games because obviously they've been trying in the last season. They've been trying to aim for Europa League, but sadly it's not happened.
No, it hasn't.
I don't know why Rafa Benitez joined.
Yeah, that's what
I don't think he should. I don't think he should have went there because of all the hate from the fans. He shouldn't have went there. That's going to be the worst decision he's ever made. Because if the fans, you want the fans to back you when you're a manager at a club.
He's a top class manager.
He's a top class manager. They'll hate them. The only reason why he hate them is because he was manager of Liverpool. But when he goes there and they've been there like. Maybe like 2-3 games on the run, they love it. Love him.
That's what happens.
But
fans always look like
that. That was the banner of like that was the instance. It was nasty, but they should. I don't know. They put it on they put it on the wrong house, but and they shouldn't have even put it up.
No,
they shouldn't even it's. You'd be like, oh, I'm sorry, I've put it on the wrong house. You shouldn't even put it on.
Rafa Benitez has done a lot.
Yeah.
For Merseyside, hasn't he? And he's put a lot into the Hillsborough.
But he has managed 4 different teams in the Premier League.
He's won some silverware, hasn't he?
He's like top 6 managers for the most wins in the Premier League.
Well, if I'm right, Newcastle fans did not want him to go, did they? They loved him.
They loved him there.
So,
and then he went to Chelsea. So went to Chelsea, then to Liverpool.
He didn't get treated right at Chelsea, though. Not many managers do they, to be honest?
No.
But I think Thomas Tuchel.
Frank Lampard, look at him, you thought, well, wow. Legends.
Thomas Tuchel, he will stay there for quite a while. Only if he starts to lose quite a few games on the run, they will sack him because we've seen
they're not scared to.
They're just not scared. They're like, oh, you've lost like 5 games, go.
Yeah, correct. And I don't know who's going to come in then.
But
they're running out of good managers, aren't they?
There's been loads of.
In the Prem now.
Pardon.
Where do you think Brentford will finish in the Prem?
Ooh, yeah, Brentford.
Yeah, go on then.
Brentford, Norwich and Watford it is, isn't it?
That Tony.
I'd say Norwich. No, I'd say never last season. The only team that survived was the winners of the Championship, Leeds. So I'll go. I'll probably go. Norwich will survive. Watford. I do think. They'll escape relegation, but Brentford's relegated.
Okay, well we finish off now on the show, but I want you to finish off with a message to the England team from you lads. You've got the colours on. We've all supported different teams, not supported them, forecast different teams, But what message would you give now to the England team?
Try hard and keep going. Just, like, if we win, obviously it's coming home. I've got to say.
Bring it home.
Bring it home. So it's
Bring
coming
the
home.
trophy.
We all,
I
that's the
reckon-
verdict, it's coming home.
But I still got to go with me gut of Italy.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
well
do
we'll find that out, won't we? Very,
We'll
very
find that
I'm
out
quickly.
hoping
later.
England win, but I'm hoping that England will win. But it might be the finals, Italy and England versus England. But then I'd be like, oh no.
I reckon England are going to get to the at least semis. Depend if we
Our side of the group.
our side of the group are a bit of an
easier
easier
from
one
the-
from other
I
side.
think we were placed in
West
like a good like position.
We will get to the final.
Because
That's
I
final,
was
but
just
then we
dreading
like-
for us to like finish first. But
Yeah.
if we were to finish second, then we've got an even harder one. Because I think that was Croatia who finished second.
in our group,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it was Croatia who finished second.
and they got spawned on the
And
other side of the
they got
tables.
Spain and even Czech Republic. It might have been Czech Republic who got second. I'm not sure. I've won them. They didn't get like a kind of. I'm not gonna say easy. Well, they got like they got big teams, but so did we.
They've
We
proven
got
themselves.
Germany, but we managed to beat them.
Yeah, they got easier.
They've
to-
proven themselves worthy.
Well, there you go. There we go. It remains to be seen, and we'll soon know after tomorrow night anyway. So we've had a cracking confrontation here. Well, would you say that? No, I don't think so. We're all a little bit unsure. Can England really bring it home? Well, according to our young commentators, they've changed their mind a little bit, and they're thinking that they can. So, from Ben, we're going to say good night, Ben.
Yeah, good night.
Dan,
Good night, everyone.
Connor,
Good night.
and let's bring it home. It is coming home.
Come on,
myself,
England.
Mal, come on, England.
Come on!
Come on, there's
Come
the
on,
message to the
England.
lads. Come on, England, bring it home. We'll see you tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. So from myself, Mal, and all the team here at the Grassroots Show, don't cross the line, and young commentators, put your feet up, relax, and have a great evening. And come on, England.